Okay, this is a good one. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
Do I have to listen to Inslee on social distancing?
No.
Oh wait, I want to.
That's my first response.
Okay, I'm going to combine this with another one. So obviously, Inslee's the governor of our state. What do I have to listen to him? And then, what do you think of the churches that are defying the order to avoid meeting together? Are they in sin for not listening? There's been some people in the news for still meeting and fellowship, and they've been taking a lot of flack. So I'll let you answer both of them at the same time.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. In 1 Peter, it says that you need to obey every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, and so. I don't think that closing down for an infectious disease and doing online studies is a compromise. When I look at sharing the gospel with people, which is what we're about, obviously Christians, we can do stuff online, and we're still doing Bible studies. In fact, our reach is way more than if we were in the building. We got thousands of people just. Watching the studies online, and so that's a very cool thing. And so God's using this. But when I look at the outreach of our church, what I want to be able to do is reach people who don't know Jesus, and so there's a balance between my natural born rebelliousness. You're an idiot, you dumb politician. With every statement that you make, that kind of attitude, and I'm like anybody else, I can have that same kind of attitude. There's that whole part of me, and then there's the part of me that wants to reach people for Jesus. And a lot of times that kind of attitude where it's like I'm just going to do what I please and I don't care what the government says and that kind of thing. You got a lot of people again who are really afraid with this whole thing, and so they look at Christians who are doing that. And all they can see is people who just don't care about old people, who just don't care about spreading around disease and that kind of thing. And that is not conducive to sharing the gospel. I want to be able to share the gospel. Now, on the other hand, I'm watching this whole thing, and these guys are talking about 18 months of this nonsense.
I know it's coming that way. I haven't heard the 18-month thing, but at some point, we're going to have to make a decision.
Yeah, they're talking about 18 months of this stuff, and most of this, when you really think about it, is talking about large groups getting together. Well, that's the church, because what other groups get together that are large besides football games and that kind of thing? You don't have the meetings that churches have, and that's specifically pointed at churches. And so as soon as I see it become something where it's like we're just shutting down the church, that's another issue altogether. And that's where my natural rebelliousness will come out. And there may be a point where Christians need to make a stand. I obviously I don't believe that that's the stand that we need to be making right now. I don't have a problem with doing what we're doing, to keep old people from dying. I don't have a problem with that. And so I want to be a good witness in that way. So there's kind of a balance between those things. And that's the way that we've gone. As far as some of the decisions that are being made in our state, I didn't vote for the guy, and there's a reason. So.
All right.
Yep.